What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So tonight, I'm gonna do something a little different. There's gonna be a little bit of a different video. I also do barbecue once a week. It's kind of a passion that I have. I really enjoy cooking barbecue. Today's Saturday, we're actually gonna do like a food festival down the street at a cigar lounge. It's Saturday evening. I'm going to stay here at the shop, get a little bit of rest, and then I'll probably fire up the pit around 10 o'clock. The event starts at 12 o'clock tomorrow, so this is a long haul barbecue, but we're gonna be cooking some brisket, pulled pork, and actually a couple hours ago I just finished cooking some pork butts that my wife takes back and actually cooks cacoila with. Cacoila is basically pulled pork with different seasoning, and then it's cooked in wine. So I'm gonna go get a little bit of rest, and I'm gonna try to film this whole thing and kind of live my life for one day. I'm gonna try to do this barbecue cook. We've got, you can see the pit right there, and I do traditional white oak. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get this lit. I'm gonna go get the brisket and the pulled pork, and we're gonna get this thing cooking. I'm gonna wait for this to get up to temp, get that fire roaring a little bit. It is quite warm and humid today, so it shouldn't take too long to get the actual pit itself up to about 225, 250. I'm doing this solo today, so I'm gonna try to get the shots and run the camera and do the cooking all at once here. So
they didn't believe in us. God did.
If you look down the smoker, it's very, very important that you clean your grease in your smoker all the time. I actually learned this the hard way. This fire will actually, if there's grease right near there, it will catch fire and it'll go right down the smoker, and then you got all kinds of problems.
Oh my God.
When I caught this thing on fire, I snuffed it out right away and I was able to kind of put it out. That's probably the most important thing, is keeping your smoker clean. All the buildup of creosote, actually I take what I would call a flamethrower, and I just clean this thing at least once a week because we're starting to cook on this more and more now. So that's one lesson if you're gonna learn from me, that would probably be the most important. All right, so now our temperatures are rising. I'm gonna get these briskets and butts on here. First, I'm gonna spray down my grill. I like to use this pan grilling spray. That way my rub won't stick to the grill itself. All right, I'll start laying these briskets out. So there's like a conspiracy with a lot of people who do barbecue, whether you go fat side up or fat side down. I've done both, and I prefer to go fat side down. I think it gives me a better product. Typically, you want the point to be towards the fire or the more of the heat source. So I go like this. Sometimes during the cook, I'll have to rotate them or move them or flip them. But you get a nice huge piece of when your point is got some meat to it. You know, typically you're gonna have a better chance of keeping that moist. So for our rub here, we typically, we let the meat do the talking, so to speak. I mean, just simple salt and pepper on a brisket for me is perfect. I want to taste, the meat and the smokiness of it. So there's also, typically you'll see on the brisket that we make, the smoke ring. We get a deep smoke ring, and I like to put my briskets on when they're a little bit cold. Now some people bring it right up to temperature, but I feel like I get a really deep smoke ring because it's cold. So now it's time to let this baby cook. All right, so another little tip is I like to grab pieces of oak that don't have bark on it. I think it affects the taste of the food. You can definitely smell when there's bark. It's got a completely different smell than just traditional white oak. So I'll either strip it off or I'll just grab pieces of wood that don't have bark on it. I truly think it makes a difference in the taste of the food. While I have some time, I figured I'd show you some of the stuff we've been working on recently. This was a beautiful slab. I basically said, we looked at the shape of this slab here. It's a beautiful piece of highly figured walnut, and it just felt like it should be a desk, right? So It's a lot. This is its own thing. So I said, Rick, you know, make a desk, make a live edge desk, and he did a phenomenal job. There's actually, I'll bring the camera around here, but there's drawers here. Hopefully this will find a nice home really soon. This is a Lazy Susan, being that we are the ocean state. My neighbor Tom actually wanted this piece because he has a beautiful beach house right in Narragansett, Rhode Island. But this thing came out really, really cool. So I wanted to take some time. This place is like a ghost town right now, and it's usually pretty loud, and we're usually building all types of different things, but I'm really, really proud of my team. One of our products that we sell here is eye candy. They're a pigment company. They make, I think they have like over 1,000 colors. But they have actually made us, they have a program where they take people who do what we do, who are creators of woodworking and epoxy, and they have a Maker of the Month. And we're proud to say that we are the July 2024 Maker of the Month. I am so proud of my team here. It's a creative playground, and we keep it like that for a reason, because we have so many talented people here, and everybody comes together and really, really pushes and learns and keeps, and it's going to help us grow and create probably some magical products that we can all be proud of. But I'm proud of my guys, and I want to thank Eye Candy for recognizing us in the short time that we've been in business, because we're coming up on 1 year now. So thank you to my team, and thank you, Jeff at Eye Candy. I used to work for Martin Guitar in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. They are an acoustic guitar maker. They're one of the best in the world. When I worked there, I was very, very young, and I was learning the whole process of acclimating the wood, drying it, and then I used to run a 6-headed sander, but with 6 heads, it was just boom, 1 pass, done. It would go through 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and be done. But Sean and I were kicking around the idea. We love rock and roll, and we made this. I don't even know if I should be showing you this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This is an olive wood and epoxy guitar. Sean, this is pretty much Sean's design. So it's a Stratocaster design. We haven't finished it yet, but once, I mean, this epoxy was so perfectly clear, and I want to thank the folks over at Wisebond for, you know, supporting us and helping us grow. And, you know, hopefully we're doing a good job by you are enjoying the stuff that we're making. So we have no idea what this is going to sound like. That's obviously going to play a key role, but we've also got some other things here that other types of wood like Buckeye Burl. So we're going to be making a couple different prototypes of guitars. So I'm pretty excited for that. So we have a friend of ours, Andre at Northeast Hardwoods. He brings a lot of unique stuff down here. He gets a lot of really cool timbers, and we dry them for him. And this bad boy here, he's like, hey, for helping me out, why don't you take this one? So this thing is 14 feet long, and it's about 6 feet wide over here at the crotch. You guys or anybody you know is looking for a massive table, this is probably going to be the slab, and honestly we can't wait to work on it. So this bad boy is the newest addition to the shop. This was recommended by our friend Rick during the shop tour. He kind of called me out a little bit.
Once we get a couple more machines in here,
Yeah.
it'll be perfect.
Dual head belt sander. This thing is awesome, worth every penny. This is going to speed up production time like you've never seen before. So I'll go around the other side and I'll kind of show you the inside of this machine. Okay, so this machine is made by Camtech. I believe that company is out of Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. We could basically take a piece of wood right from the planer and throw it through here, 2 passes, 1 pass, flip it, done. You're at like 180 grit, and that will save a ton of time. All right, I'm gonna go check on the fire real quick. So I'm trying to get that temperature up as quick as possible. When you put the meats on, obviously the temperature goes down a bit, it'll bog out for about an hour, and then it'll start climbing. And then in probably about 2 hours, you'll start to hear sizzling on the plates that are inside. That's when you know we're starting to really cook. So it's been about 3 hours or so. Everything's going pretty good. Starting to get a little bit tired, but that's usually what happens around 3 a.m. So I'm gonna take a quick peek. I normally don't open this thing too many times until it's pretty much time to wrap, but I'm gonna take a quick peek, make sure everything looks good. Yeah, we're starting to cook pretty good there. Looking good. Oh God. About 3 months ago, a buddy of mine, and you have seen him before in a video, his name's Brent, and he owns the Woods Tavern. I've always kind of cooked barbecue here for my crew and my guys. People used to walk by and say, hey, we love the smell of that, and you should sell it. So I approached Brent, and we opened up a new business called Smoke Shack Barbecue, which is basically a food truck that we put out on the roadside. Honestly, I didn't know people would like it as much as they do. So it's kind of taking off, and it's actually a lot running the 2 businesses that I have and managing all of that, and now doing this. But I have to be quite honest with you, this brings me peace for several reasons. I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's probably the one time that my phone isn't ringing. No offense to any of my customers or anything, but life can be hectic at times. And at 3 in the morning on a Sunday morning, it's very, very quiet. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it. It gives you time to kind of reflect on things in life, you know, people that I've lost in my life, what the future may hold. I mean, every day is a gift, to be quite honest with you. And these are kind of the things that I think about. And while I'm thinking, I should probably go grab a beer. So big shout out to the fine folks at Whalers. They're a local brewery right here in Rhode Island. You know, we support them. They're not paying me for this. Well, at least not yet. Cheers to everybody. And I want to thank everybody who subscribed to our channel. I know Sean and I work very, very hard, and the guys in the shop work extremely hard on making content and, you know, making each video better than the next. And it's starting to catch on. We've got almost 30,000 subscribers. And I think that taking you along for this ride is like, you know, you kind of get to watch it unfold. I started this business, it's coming up on a year now. You know, we're not as busy as we really want to be, but we're getting there. And I guess I forgot having my fence company, what the struggles were with starting a business. I kind of forgot, because business is so easy with that particular company. We really appreciate the support, the local support, and even like national support. And we have like a bunch of subscribers in Argentina. So it's very cool to see people all over the world kind of follow our channel. So thank you so much. So I'm just gonna keep on cooking. I figured I would just kind of have a little one-on-one, just you and me. And that's about it. I don't have a whole lot to say.
You sure about that?
Sun's rising. It's 5 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. And I checked my temperatures about 15 minutes ago. They're about 150-ish, which is about right. So I'll probably wrap around 170, 180, somewhere in that neighborhood. And the event starts at 12, so got a little bit of time. That's when you know you're cooking good. You can hear the sizzle. That's the fat basically hitting the plates. A little bit smaller, so I'm starting to get a little bit browned here on the tips. I'm hitting 150. The smaller ones at 170. That's all. I'm probably gonna wrap that soon. Probably I'm gonna turn these around just a little bit so I can get some more color throughout the brisket and take the heat off that point for a little bit. Ooh, she's hot. My wife, who's a little camera shy, just came and brought me a coffee. Thank you. And this is our puppy Bella. Bella, say hi to everybody on YouTube. Say hi. Give it a little paw. Say hi, baby. All right, so at this point, the butts have a bark, and I'm actually gonna wrap these in paper to try to keep the bark. So the internal temp right now is about 170, 175. So when I wrap this, I really wanna keep this nice and tight. we're just trying to get this to about 200, 205. Honestly, I don't put any probes in it while I'm cooking. I kind of know where I gotta be, so I go by the feel, and obviously I will temp it out. I just got I got two big briskets that aren't quite there yet. I will check those now. I'm actually gonna rotate these back. These are gonna be beautiful briskets. All right, we got a special cameo from Mike. What's up, Mike?
Man, not much. How's it going?
Not much. Appreciate you helping me out sling some brisket.
Anytime, my man.
All right, so it's about 11 o'clock now, so we're gonna take the smoker, hook it up to my truck, and we're gonna drag it down the road with it lit. We just don't have enough time to finish it here, so we're heading over there right now.
The look in your eyes, I know I'm simple and plain. A country boy can't survive too many ways in your game, so you can say what you will.
Doing this is Manny. We're Casa Tia Rosa. We're the Portuguese food truck. We have cacoila, chorizo and peppers. We have bifanas, and we have the Portuguese hot dog. Only one in Rhode Island. From Ropesh, St. Michael's, a little town down there. My grandmother came over here when she was 6 years old. She cooked for the Portuguese Holy Ghost on Ventura Street for approximately 55, 60 years. My mother cooked for them for about 35 years. They also did the St. Anthony's Feast. They did the Malasada dances. They used to call them the doughboy dances all the time. So they were big down in West Warwick.
Atomic Blonde ice cream. Me and my partner Laura, we turned the age of 50 something, and then we were like, we're gonna semi-retire. So then we ended up getting some ice cream truck. This is marshmallow, and it looks like a big marshmallow, the truck does, so that's why we called her marshmallow. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. We enjoy doing it, and you know, we need to do something. So for 6 months, we're busy. Come on down and check out Atomic Blonde ice cream, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
The only voice that speaks for me speaks from this clay. Little boy, you ain't never take a dime from the man.
So Norma, I want to thank you for everything that you did and always do every single week when we do barbecue. So she's the one that actually she cleans all the briskets, trims and seasons, and she's like my backbone, and I wouldn't know what to do without her. Not just with the barbecue, right? You got my back all the time.
Yeah, you're off all night and you work all day.
So I want to thank everybody for watching this video. It's been a long haul. The barbecue is done. Everybody's been fed. And I'm pretty happy with the results. So we'll see you on the next video.